Hello, I am Debbie, and thanks for stopping to listen to my video. If you enjoy my video, then you are also welcome to hit that subscribe button to get a notification about any future videos. Now, this story has been very hard for me to swallow. It is another story that has caused pain in my head and pain in my heart. It's hard to understand how a young family member could recklessly take away the life of another young family member. Most people will automatically trust and believe in a family member no matter what red flags are flying around, no matter how that family member is mistreating you. A 12-year-old girl who was visiting her grandmother in Humboldt, Tennessee, has been charged with first-degree murder. She has been accused of smothering her younger 8-year-old cousin to death while the young girl was sleeping. The grandmother had a home recording in the bedroom where the two girls were sharing. The recording shows the older 12-year-old child using bedding to suffocate her cousin as a younger 8-year-old cousin slept in the top bunk of the bunk beds they were sharing. The recording showed the 8-year-old girl struggling while being suffocated. After the child died, the 12-year-old juvenile proceeded to clean up her cousin, the victim, and repositioned her body. The victim's mother, Rayana Smith, stated that the two cousins had been arguing over an iPhone while on vacations at the grandmother's home in Humboldt, Tennessee. The mother identified her daughter as 8-year-old Demiria Hollingsworth. The mother of Demiria told WREG-TV that she is hoping that the 12-year-old juvenile, the cousin, will receive the maximum sentence. Now, after the police department reviewed the home video from the grandmother's house as to what happened to cause the death of Demiria, the 12-year-old girl was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. District Attorney Frederick Agee wants to have the 12-year-old charged in adult court instead of juvenile court. This was based on reviewing the evidence that was upsetting and evidence that showed the horrible nature of this crime. If this case went to juvenile court and the 12-year-old was found guilty, she would be free from any further punishment or detention when she turns 19. District Attorney Frederick Agee would be requesting that the juvenile court judge transfer the 12-year-old to the adult circuit court to be tried as an adult. This transfer would allow for a longer sentence for the first-degree murder charges. Now, this is such a sad story to hear about. A young cousin who would have it in her own mind to permanently end the life of her own cousin, for the most part due to jealousy over an iPhone. This can cause severe and permanent damage to the entire family unit. It hurts to see someone so young not have enough self-control. She was able to let herself get so flared up with jealousy that she would destroy her entire life by taking her own cousin's young life away. We must make sure we are teaching our children to stay away from people who have shown us that they can be mean, hurtful, hateful, rude, evil, cruel, disrespectful, and abusive against them. A major red flag to be on alert is when someone displays out of control jealousy. That can be a main ingredient in the recipe for someone's life being put to an end. What is very hard for most people to understand is that a person who has an important title in our life is also capable of abusing us, also capable of putting an end to our life here on this earth. Mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, aunt, grandparents, friend, husband, wife, in-laws, son, daughter, teacher, preacher, clergy, doctor, lawyer, anyone with important titles in our life should never get a free pass to abuse us or be evil, wicked, and cruel towards us or to cause us pain, trauma, and suffering. Now, this is a lesson that I will honestly admit was very hard for me to learn. I put up with abusive and toxic people that were in my life who had important titles to me. But I was wrong for putting up with abusive spirits from hell. God did not put me on this earth to be abused. God represents love, and that is why we should have a healthy, loving life and not a dangerous and abusive life. You cannot have a healthy and happy relationship with a cousin who hates you and who is jealous of you and will have no problem putting an end to your life or even supporting someone else and putting your life to an end because of anger and jealousy over an iPhone. An iPhone is just one reason why that 12-year-old girl cousin lost control of her mind, lost control of her emotions, lost control of her heart, and proceeded to eliminate her 8-year-old cousin from living any longer on this earth. This is just so sad. So many people will be in pain for a very long time, all because of the unhealthy, toxic, jealous thinking of a young, juvenile 12-year-old. Prayers out to Rayana Smith, the mother of Demaria Hollingsworth. I also send out my deepest sympathy to Tamaria's mother and all of Tamaria's loved ones. I leave you, wonderful people, with a Bible verse from the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 12. We should not be like Cain, who was the evil one and who murdered his brother. And why did he murder him? Because his own deeds were evil and his brother's righteous.